Right, welcome back to another exciting episode of Griddle Cook Eat More. Today we're going to do some fajitas. We'll be doing them on the loco. But first things first, we got to get it prepped up. And this is something I always do the day before. I like to get my vegetables, everything prepped up, and then I season them up and stuff. But we'll go over all that. So, all right, that's what we're going to do. So let's get at it. Let's check out the ingredients. All right, first up for the proteins. I'm not a big shrimp fan, so I'm going to do chicken. I got some chicken thighs there I'm going to cut up. Probably save some for something else. I don't think I'll need it all. I had some shrimp left over, some frozen shrimp, so we're going to use that. We're going to use a couple yellow onions, and then I got a red, green, orange, and yellow bell pepper. We're going to cut up. Also going to make some pico de gallo, so I got some tomatoes, onion, and cilantro there. Plus we'll add in some lime juice and seasonings and stuff and whatever. So let's make up a simple pico de gallo. But that's it. I'm going to get all this stuff cut up, and then from there we're going to move on to the next step of getting it seasoned up, and I'll show you the seasoning I use and then what I do next. So we'll be back. All righty, here we go. All right, so I got all my veggies cut up. As you can see here, I got in my bowl there, my red, green, yellows, and all that stuff. Got my chicken cut up right there, and then shrimp I didn't have to cut up. So next step, what I like to do is I'm going to got some olive oil here. Put a healthy amount of olive oil in there. I'm going to mix these around. Just lost an onion. Get it coated. All right, next up is my seasoning here. So I make my own fajita seasoning. Basically, it's chili powder, cumin, garlic, onion, salt, sugar, cornstarch, chicken base, a bunch of things. I'll put the recipe in the description of what I make, and I make enough probably to do 2 or 3 times, make 2 or 3 batches of quesadillas. So I just use a dry powder with some olive oil. That's my seasoning. I don't use a wet marinade. So anyways, I get that covered up there. Got a gloved hand here. Gonna kind of get this mixed up a little bit. All right, so nice and coated. So next up, we're gonna stick it in a Ziploc bag. All right, so if you guys watch the Griddle guys, they turned me on to this thing here, the Zip Quicker. Basically, it's just a little plexiglass thing that you can put a gallon Ziploc bag and it holds it open for you. So makes it real nice. So let's get our goods in the Ziploc here. So you just pull it like that. Boom. All right, there we go. So I don't know if I mentioned this is the day before I'm going to make these. So then what I do after seasoning, put it in there. I'm going to put it in the fridge. Let that seasoning soak in there real nicely. So next up, alrighty, next up, let's get the chicken. So I got my cut up chicken thighs here. I'll throw them in the bowl. Repeat the process, same thing. Hit some olive oil on it. Throw some seasoning in. Throw it in a Ziploc bag. Then we're going to repeat this process one more time. Throw the shrimp in. A little olive oil. Scoop the seasoning. Alrighty, got my chicken all marinated up. Got to push the air out of the bag, got it in the bag. Same with the shrimp. So that's it. We'll throw all this in the fridge tonight. Tomorrow we're ready to roll, so we get the griddle fired up and start cooking. So meet you back tomorrow to get this finished up. Alrighty, we are back after a couple days actually. We was going to make the fajitas the next night, but it's 2 days ago. So previously we marinated our vegetables, chicken and shrimp. So there you go. That's how we do it. So the first thing we want to do is we're going to get the vegetables down because that's covers most of the grill. I'm going to throw some canola oil down. I'm going to get these rocking. Also, I got this griddle set at 475 because the heat retention on these E-Series suck. And as soon as I put all these cold vegetables down, it's going to drop the temperature extremely. So I want to get it down to around 350 anyway. So but we'll start out hot. And as you can see, I made my griddle warp a little bit, so hopefully that goes back to normal. First time that's happened, but there you go. Blackstone for you. All right, so we're gonna let these cook. Like I said, that temperature is gonna drop down considerably, so we'll let that get caught back up. Get these sauteed up. From there, once these vegetables are now halfway, 3/4 way, probably about halfway, we're kind of moving to one side, and then we're gonna get the chicken going. So we'll be back shortly. All right, here we are. Veggies looking good, so we're gonna get the chicken down. Gonna add a little more oil. Looks like my warp griddle settled back down on that side, so that's good. All right, just gonna get this spread out and get it cooking. Once I get this chicken done, be back, we'll get the shrimp down, and we'll almost be done. All right, chicken's nice and cooked up, so what I'm gonna do here is got me some heavy duty foil here. I gotta buy the big old restaurant size. I'm gonna wrap it up in the foil, keep it warm. We're gonna throw down the shrimp next. Chicken nice and wrapped up here, gonna keep warm. We're gonna set it on the griddle here in a second, so. And we're gonna get this scrubbed down real fast, and we'll get the shrimp on. All right, let's get the shrimps down. And this thing's still not recovering. I mean, I'm not even at 350 degrees yet, so that's the other downfall. It's horrible, horrible temp recovery. I would have cooked this on one of my gas griddles, but kind of locked in. We just had a patio port, so we can't use that. All my grills are in the garage, and then they just ripped out my driveway, so, and my truck's still in the garage, and I don't like to cook with a vehicle in there because it grease splatters and gets all over your windshield. So a tip, if you ever cook in your garage, make sure you pull your cars out. So that's just a little tip. All right, we're gonna get these shrimps cooked up, and once they're done, we'll be good. We're gonna throw down some tortillas, get those warmed up, and then we'll be ready to give this a try. So we'll be back shortly. Alrighty, shrimps are done. So let's get those off. I'm gonna get this griddle cleaned up here, and then get some tortillas warmed up. All right, you can see how nasty this griddle is. We're gonna get it scraped down here. All right, put a little coat of oil down. We're gonna get some tortillas down. And also what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw my stuff back on here on one side to keep it warm. So I got my veggies, chicken, and shrimp. Another thing I recommend buying, one of these things, keeps your tortillas warm. Don't want cold ass tortillas when they're eating fajitas or tacos. So get you one. And then today we got these zero net carb little baby flour tortillas. These things are pretty cool. We just got them out. Tried them out a month ago. Like them a lot. So I'm gonna get them down. We're gonna warm up a bunch of these. Alrighty, all done. So I whipped up one here. You can see in the camera. So I got my chicken thighs on there. I did some pico de gallo that I made up yesterday, or a couple days ago. Cheddar, shredded cheddar Monterey Jack cheese, and I think that's it. Oh, and of course the green peppers and onions on there. So there we go. So let's give this a try here. I already know it's good because this is how I make it every time. So. Oh yeah, super good as always. So chicken thighs, I think it's the best use if you're gonna use chicken. I mean, sometimes I use chicken breast too. Sometimes I'll grill it over on charcoal or whatever. Do my meat that way. Just whatever you want. But essentially I keep the seasoning the same. Season up the whatever meat I'm using, or steak too, and the vegetables, and pretty much do it the same each time. So anyways, super easy way to do it. Make up a bunch of seasoning, keep it on hand. Whenever we're on fajitas, there you go. So that's it for this video. Till next time, I'm out.